Alright, looks like I am live again. Yeah, so today I'm going to be playing some Dirt Rally, but unlike when I played Dirt 4, I actually bothered to hook up my racing wheel. So you're about to watch a complete shit show as far as me racing goes, because I'm not very good with the racing wheel. I haven't gotten used to it. So we'll see. We'll see just how bad this goes. What do I want? I could afford a Renault Turbo. I guess I'll just stick with the Cosworth for now. But yeah, so this game is significantly harder than Dirt 4. So I don't think I'm gonna do very well, especially considering I'm not all that used to playing with my racing wheel. I don't get to do it very often, more because it's a pain in the ass to set up than anything. But we'll see. I already don't like how this is feeling. Fuck. Oh my god. How am I stuck? Ah! This is already proving to be a very bad idea. Holy crap. So, this racing wheel has, I forget what you'd call it. Direct drive, like, it like, creates resistance as I'm trying to steer. Holy shit! And, like, it is really hard to turn the wheel all the way right now. Fuck. I'm literally moving my desk around trying to trying to drive. Let's try this again. Yep. Oh my god. There must... Force feedback, that's the name. There must be a way to turn this down. Come on. I told you folks this would be a bad time. Wait, fuck, that's not the turn. Let's just switch this to the camera mode I prefer using with the wheel. Yep, I'm like a whole 2 minutes behind. That's good. That was almost a real turn. Whew. Okay, that didn't go well. Yeah, I'm sure there's some settings that I'm missing here, because like by default with this wheel, the settings make the brake pedal the gas. So like I was able to just kind of fix that real quick, but I I don't know if there's other things going on in the wheel right now that that are fucking me up. That's okay. We're going on a journey together, folks. Whew. Ah! 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 Oh, fuck. Oh. There you go. It's the other thing with this wheel is that it takes so much force to actually push down the brakes. I'm also like still playing on automatic because like I don't think I'd be able to to manage with the paddle shifters. I promise I have my driver's license. This is not what it feels like to drive a car. Let's just get that back on track. And we're good. There's very much a delay in my steering, I think. Let's go. I can't tell you how much I'm hating this right now. This is thoroughly unpleasant. Let's go. Oh boy. We're good. I didn't flip. It's just, yeah. I did it, lads. I finished the race. And I'm only in 12th place. That's not too bad. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I'm driving, Garrett. I really don't. Oh god, I knew this would be a bad idea. Oh. Yeah, it was really good. Went to Shoppers Drug Mart today, and though they're still open, all the employees are wearing gloves, so. Alright. Like, I'm not great at this game on a good day, but right now I'm suffering. Come on. Holy shit! That's fine. I'm like genuinely afraid to give it any speed right now. There we go. This is going a bit smoother. did I say it was going smoother? It's just there you go. Get the steering wheel full lock the other way. I am still moving my desk because of the sheer amount of force feedback. Oh, this is dreadful. Hold up. I gotta see if there's a way for me to fix this this shit, because this is a lot. Let's see. Let's just like crank this all the way down. Sure, let's do that. Alright, maybe that'll make a difference.
Into lap 3 narrows 40. Right 6. Into lap 5, keep right over crest. Lap 5, keep right over crest.
That does feel a little bit better.
Left 6 long. Into right 6, keep left over crest.
But these are really easy turns.
Use over crest.
I'm afraid for anything lower than a 4 right now.
Left 4, opens long.
Or maybe even a 4 itself. Let's see.
3 long. Into right 6. Left 6 through gate 60.
Okay,
4.
this is
Into right 4 long.
slightly better. God, I gotta stop saying that, because I think every time I've said that so far, I've screwed up.
And right 6 over crest jump maybe. Into left 5 long don't cut. 40.
Come on, we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Maybe not. Maybe we're not good. I really gotta stop saying that. I've jinxed myself every time.
5 long, keep right over jump.
It's just,
To right 6, left 6, 200.
whew.
Left 5 into caution.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just get back on the road. Get back on the road. Get back on the road.
Turn back round.
Oh shit. Oh. Come on. Just turn the car around. God, why are the brakes so stiff? And I'm stuck. I'm doing terrible at this, but I'm still kind of enjoying myself.
Left 5, left 100.
This game just doesn't want me expressing any sort of positive emotions. Let's see if I can just... Oh, I'm stuck. Even better. Oh, my wheels. There we go. And back again. Oh, come on!
Stay mid, logs outside. And
There we
left
go.
6, into right 6, left 6.
No, no. Spoke too soon. Oh my god.
40, turn
Please, just drive. That's all I need.
to
Oh.
right 5. Continues 130, turn hairpin right. The radiator lights on.
Radiator lights on. Okay. Cool. To nobody's surprise, this car is slowly falling apart.
60.
Alright, let's bring the wheel around. And
Caution, turn left 3 back out, but don't cut. Into right 6.
oh, he said don't cut.
1.
Are we back on the road? Why? Why does this feel so bad?
Wrong way.
Yeah, I know I'm going the wrong way. Jesus Christ! Can I? Ugh.
It's back that way. Into keep left past junction crest.
I cannot win with this steering wheel. Oh my god. Which way was it? Right? Oh my god. No, this feels awful. Oh, let me move my desk back into place. Alright. First of all, let's do that, and then... I feel like I'm missing something here. Let's crank that down to like 65%. Please feel better to drive. Or just please feel better. We'll go with that. That's a bit better.
Right 6 half long. And left 4 long over crest. And right 5 continues at 100. Left 6 into caution, right 2 times to 1. Into left 4 long. And crest. And keep right over crest.
Oh, why did I say that this felt better? Oh my god. I'm like that was unpleasant. How long did that take me? It took me 8.5 minutes. I want to see how long it took the first place. The first place guy did it in less than half the time I did. So, if that doesn't prove a point to you, I don't know what will. Here's hoping that shit'll start falling together soon. You know, I thought this would maybe be a learning experience for me, forcing myself to do this, and maybe... Jesus. I don't even know what to say. Like, what the fuck?
Right 560. Keep right over crest 150 through dip. Right 6 150. Dip right 6 and left 5 half long over crest 100. Keep right over crest 80. Keep left over crest 80.
I am kind of surprised I made that.
Crest jump maybe 150. Left 6 and caution right 6 bumps and left 5 longs outside 130. Right 5 keep in. Right 6 continue 80.
Yep, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Engine's overheating. I'm gonna total this car before we finish this
Right 5 continues over crest.
this event.
Right 6 over crest. Into left 3 long.
You know, sometimes it feels good.
Caution right
Most of the time it doesn't.
cut 60. Left 6 over crest. And right 5 over jump maybe. Right 6. Caution left 5 gate.
Let's go.
Left 1.
Let's go.
Turn hairpin right.
Let's go. Ah. Let's just back her up.
It's back that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's that way. Immediately spin out.
Go back the other way.
Yeah, I'm going.
200 past junctions.
God, if you think this is an exercise in frustration to watch, imagine how I feel. You know, I have friends who play this game exclusively with a racing wheel, and man, I wish I knew what they were doing to
Jump 60. Crest.
be even remotely decent at this.
Left 660. Line over crest. Left 4 half long. Into right 1 long over 100. Caution right 6 crest jump maybe.
I swear to God, guys. I'm finna lose my mind. I can't tell you how close I am to just unplugging the wheel and putting in the controller instead.
Over crest. 80 over crest.
Let's just see.
Left 4 continues for 80, keep in. And crest. Into right 208. And open through post.
No, no. This isn't helping either. It's just, yeah. Wow. Oh.
Right 6 posts. Crest, keep right over crest.
I don't even know what to say. There we go. Let's just carefully line the wheels up so that I don't smash into a pole again. And there we go.
It's a left 6 jump maybe. And jump and keep right over jump 100. Keep left over jump maybe through gate.
I'm about to cry, honestly. I'm not, but like, oh, this is so frustrating.
And jump maybe. And caution jump maybe. Into left 4. Crest. Stand left 5 long times 1.
This is fine. This is fine.
Keep right over crest. 80 through dip.
Yeah, there you go. If we just keep gassing it, eventually everything will work out. So I've got a check engine light. I got my rad light on.
Crest right 6 half long.
Yeah, I think after this race, I'm switching to my controller. This is not working out for me at all.
6 through dip, keep right over crest, 150, keeps right over crest. Caution left 3 long through posts. Gate 80.
Yo,
Gate,
yo,
left 4
oh,
keep in.
oh, oh, that was like almost good. Almost is the key word there.
Into right 5 half long, 80 through dip, gate.
It's just,
Right 6
there we
100,
go.
big crest, jump maybe.
There we go.
Hairpin left, 100.
Wait, where's my button? Oh, that wasn't my button. There we go.
Right 5, into right 5 long, don't cut, logs inside. 100 over crest, keep close to finish.
I'm shocked that I haven't totaled the car yet. I am like just drive through the lock there. Yeah, fuck this. I'm unplugging my wheel right now. No, fuck off. You're unplugged. Just gotta get this down. Yeah, I know controller is disconnected. I'll just let you guys watch the replay for this.
And left 6 half long, 80 crest.
And now I remember why I almost never play with my racing wheel.
Right 5, 60, keep right over crest, 150 through dip. Right 6, 150.
Come on.
And left 5 logs outside, 130. Right 5, keep in, 6, 80.
Let's. Do you think I don't think I'll be able to recover from those first two. But let's see. If I can finish with anything higher than 12th place at this point, honestly, I think I'd be happy with that. No, we gotta. And like, I want to make sure that these are the settings I want. Okay. This should work.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. And left 4 logs inside, opens long, 80.
Oh, this already feels way nicer.
Caution braking crest, hairpin right. 80.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not good at this game on a good day.
Keep in through gate, 100.
But like then again, I'm also driving a bar of soap that's been
Right 3, gate.
put up someone's coaster and then shat back out. So
80. Keep left through gate. Right 5 over crest, times to 4.
I also have to get back in the rhythm of playing Dirt Rally. This,
Crest, 150.
I mean, like I mentioned, this is significantly more difficult to play than Dirt 4.
100. Right 6 over crest, 150 through dip. Left 6 half long crest and caution braking, keep left over crest into
You know, like shit like that happens, and I don't really know what happened. So, oh boy,
opens
doesn't help that like my hood is all,
and right 5 over
my hood's all bent up. I cannot see ahead of me right now. just kind of like keep my
Keep caution, keep left
stick
over
up
crest jump,
so that
maybe.
I can
Keep
like
mid over
kind of
crest
see.
jump. And crest into right 6, crest 100, left 6, post. Left 4 times to 2.
Whew.
And continue to 80. Crest into right 5 long, keep in.
You know, at the very least, it is just ever so slightly
Long, keep in.
more manageable than with the racing wheel.
100.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You got this.
Left 2.
I don't need to recover the vehicle. I don't need to recover the vehicle. Maybe I need to recover the vehicle. I need to recover the vehicle. Like at this point, if I can make it through this stage without
Right 6, keep in. Caution camber left 4,
without
100.
totaling this car,
100
I think that in itself,
Right 6 through post.
I think that in itself would be nothing short of a miracle. Jesus Christ. All right.
100 through post, keep left over long crest. Caution braking 150 past junction, open hairpin left. Right 2,
Left.
sights to
Oh, fuck, that hairpin came sooner than I thought it did.
into right 6 long, keep in. Left 6 over bump and right 6 over crest. And caution left 4 logs. Left 4.
Yeah, so I think
Right 4 long.
part of the reason this game is as difficult with the racing wheel as it is, and this is probably just a case of playing with the wrong settings, but if you're noticing in the cockpit view, the wheel only has a 90-degree lock, like either way. Alright, so I think it's technically a 180-degree lock. So like, the racing wheel I use,
And left 5
it does like 2 rotations
right 6 100.
to reach full lock. The wheel in this, like in the cars in this game, only do like 1 rotation.
80, keep left over crest. Caution
Or they don't even do a full rotation. And then the wheel that I play with does do a full rotation.
left 6 through dip. 150.
So like, it makes it really difficult to steer because you're basically, it feels like you're steering half as much as you should be.
4, keep in.
You know, and it's probably not the same for all the cars in this game, but at least this car, the Cosworth,
5 over bump.
like, it's a struggle. Jesus. Let's go. Yep. I'm just stuck. This is really good. This is the quality content you guys come to watch from me.
Into right 6 long 80. Left 6 long 80. Right 6 to finish.
Best time I've gotten so far. Wow. This is... Yeah, I'm not gonna continue this run. Oh, that's dreadful. That is unapologetically awful. Let's do this one. Yeah, we'll do this one. Oh, fuck, wait, no, I hate driving this one. I can't tell you why, but... Well, you'll see. I have a very hard time controlling this car in this game. Like, you're in for a bad time. Because the problem is that the Cosworth that I was driving before, like, if I'm, like, driving it without having completely destroyed it, then usually I'm not, like, it's not too bad. Like, I can have decent control over it, but this one just, like, Like, snap oversteer up the wazoo. Like, I can never really figure out just, like, what the hell this car is going to do when I'm... Yeah, you see, like... Ah, right. I can't hit the pedestrians, apparently. Like, let me get this in a... Yeah, the chase cam view. Like, immediately start sliding. just get that. There you go. Jesus Christ. No wonder I enjoy Dirt 4 as much as I do. It's like this, but I can actually, like, control the cars. Yeah, so this car will sometimes understeer, and then eventually you'll just hit a point where it just tries to flip itself around. It is, like, way too drift happy. Like, I cannot keep this thing pointing forward. And I think part of it just has to do with, like, the torque steer in first gear. Like, it revs immediately. And then it is just wheel spin. Yeah. Once again, just trying not to go flying off a cliff. It's so upsetting because, you know, I love the 205 in real life. Like this car, I love it. It's really cool, and I wish I could drive it like semi decently in this game, but it's not happening. Fuck. It's just it's not happening at all. I've just got to try and make it to the end of this this match just so that I can move on to whatever it has in store for me next. Yeah, see, it feels so inconsistent, and I know it's me. It's me not having a good grasp of how the hell this car is supposed to handle. But I can't ever figure out whether the car is going to understeer, oversteer, normally steer. I think it just means I'm bad at the game, but which I am. I think I've demonstrated that so far. Let's go. Yeah, that initial like first gear though is the hardest part. When you come to a stop, like the car is just going to try and spit out immediately. Oh my god. You can hear it. It's just tire screech. As soon as I start the car from a stop. I don't feel like I'm driving on freaking tarmac right now. I feel like I'm driving on ice. See, I genuinely thought the car was going to start oversteering there, but instead it understeered, and I just smashed right into the guardrails. I did it. I won the race. My spoiler's gone. Imagine being good at this game. Yes, I do want to repair it. What are the crew recommendations? Just there you go. and just immediately, yep. I play racing games, guys. I promise. Admittedly, recently, I guess the main racing game I've been playing is Dirt 4 and fucking Wreckfest. And Wreckfest is a lot of fun, I will say. I think it's the closest thing you could find to a accessible, kind of almost semi-racing game. I mean, its handling models feels very Simcade, but it's fun, especially considering you're not like. Not only are you not punished for crashing your car, it's encouraged. It's a demolition derby racing game, so I would describe it as an interesting mix between a racing game and a fighting game. But like not like something like it's not a vehicular combat game like Vigilante 8 or Crossout or anything like that. Like it is a racing game, and your only offensive ability is to like, ram yourself into other people. But it is a nice little bit of chaos. Plus, it's got some really nifty. I'm pretty sure it's soft body like car deformation stuff. So, it's not quite beaming or BeamNG tier, but it still makes for quite the spectacle. There we see. Once again, I think it's the second I put the brakes down. Let's see. No, it's not that. Yeah, because, like... Jesus Christ. Something... I don't know what it is. I know it's... Like I said, it is just me being bad at the game. But, like, I can't figure out the handling for this car at all. Which sucks, because it's the only car I currently have for this... race type. And, like, yeah. You can see about how well this is going. Yeah. Oh, spun out. Let's go. Just... We'll get her back going at some point. Oh, I'm missing my door. I didn't see that. Holy fuck. Please, just steer. That's all I want. Like, that's good. That's what I want my car to look like. This is just depressing. Holy shit. The car wants to die just about as much as I do right now. I keep trying different camera views and hope that something actually clicks in my brain, but... This is upsetting me. Oh my god. Oh. I hope you folks are at least having a better day than I am right now. Yep. We'll just ease off the gas, steer, and then gas. Bada bing, bada boom. This is how you drive the cars. Hey, I'm not in last place at least. In fact, I'm like pretty much just right in the middle of the standings. Sweet. I got money. Guys, I'm good at racing games, I promise. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh. Oh, you guys get to watch me absolutely just shit my pants while driving this car. I wonder if there's like... I don't have any presets installed. Alright. Hopefully, now that the gear ratios aren't so short, I can actually control the car. Okay, this is mildly better. And I think mildly is the key word here, because this is still not going very well. Yeah, no, this car is still horrible to drive. I think this car has more self-loathing than I do. And honestly, that's a little impressive. Imagine paying money to actually see someone do this. You know, because this is a real sport. Hill climb, like, this is a thing people, like, really do in real life. And I can only imagine coming out thinking that you're going to have a good time, you're going to watch some Ken Block type shit of, you know, some guy doing epic drifts going up the mountain, and then it's just this. It's just my kind of driving. Yeah, wow, that wasn't even... Like, that was a fast turn. I should have been able to make that. It's bullshit. I hate this fucking game. I mean, that's a lie. I do enjoy it, but, like, what the fuck? Yeah, honestly, I just kind of want to be done with this event so I can not have to drive this car anymore. Oh, there we go. There we go. I fly off the mountain, as usual. Imagine being able to have nice things. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. It's really good. I wish you could see my face right now, folks, because I am... I am getting tired of this bullshit. Yeah, see, for as good as I am at driving in real life, and I do hold it's like one of the 3 things I'm good at, and probably the only thing I'm good at that's worth being good at, but for as good as I am at driving in real life, I can't drive for shit in video games, especially not sim racers like this. And you know, and I drive a freaking Korean car. Like, come on. This ain't fair. It ain't right, folks. It ain't right. See, I just wish I could go out and drive in real life. You know, I wanna drive places right now, but like, we're not supposed to get out of the house unless it's for like shit we need, which means I can't just go out driving for a couple hours just for shits and giggles. So instead, I got to do this, and by this I mean play racing games, not the whole live stream thing. I actually do enjoy doing this. But playing these games is frustrating like nobody's business. Shangar, you missed the beginning of the stream where I was playing with my racing wheel, and I was playing way worse than this. Trust me, playing with a controller right now is for the better. But I'm also, like, I'm pretty sure this is a mid-engine car. I could be wrong, and if it is mid-engine, that would explain a lot. Because mid-engine cars, as I know at least Shangar knows, are prone to something called snap oversteer, where you'll frickin' I believe is when you hit the brakes, and because the weight gets distributed forward, you're steering, you start to oversteer like crazy. There's something like that. Will, I don't think Doom Eternal counts as a necessity. Even I'm not going out of my house to buy physical shit that I want right now. The only reason I've gotten out of the house as of late was because I needed to do groceries. And today I went to pick up cold medicine because I'm, you know, I'd like to have that shit on hand just in case. That being said, I am very happy to say that I finally got that keyboard I ordered like a week and a half ago. Actually, no, I think it might have been 2 weeks ago now. So actually, real quick, I'm going to pause this. Just so you guys can hear my wonderful little Casio VL1. That was that. I have it hooked up to my mixer. I don't know how to play the keyboard at all, but I'm hoping that I can learn. This originally was because, you know, I do some video stuff for fun. Not everything that gets posted on, not everything I make gets posted, but most of it does. And, you know, I'd like to be able to make some simple tracks or something just to put in the backgrounds of my videos. But I also just don't want to drop a bunch of money on like buying licenses for tracks because it is actually pretty expensive. And I also don't want to I don't want to get my friends and stuff to make tracks for me. Just because, I don't know. Most of my friends who can play music are already swamped with shit to do. So last thing I want is to be like, hey, fuck's sakes. The last thing I want to do is just bug them to make me music. So hoping to learn for myself so I can make, or you know, just have background tracks for videos and such. But now that this whole coronavirus bullshit's happening and I'm just stuck at home a bunch and really bored, learning to play the keyboard is gonna be a nice little thing I can do to keep myself busy other than the streaming. Because, like, when I'm not streaming, I can't tell you how fucking bored I am. Jesus Christ. Here we go again. Because I'm also too poor to afford new video games right now. I'd really like to play the Resident Evil 2 remake right now if I had it. God, that game looks so good. And then, like, I don't know, I'll probably pick up new Animal Crossings game once that drops. But unlike Will here, I don't think I'm gonna be going out of my house to go buy it. I think I'll either order myself a copy or buy it digitally because we live in strange times. But yeah, no, I mean, right now it's keeping busy has been the biggest pain in my ass because I do not live an exciting life to begin with. Um, so finding things to do at home, kind of cringe. Yeah, I think I mentioned in another stream though, but I'm probably gonna take the opportunity to go through my movie collection a bit more because I've watched less than half of all my Blu-rays, so I need to do some catching up. And I'm doing this live streaming stuff because it keeps me entertained to some degree. And it's like almost social interaction. So, oh, I lost a place in the standings. Very good. Um, but yeah, I mean, like it's better luck next season. Okay, I can live with that. Um, but yeah, it's just trying to keep busy right now is kind of the main ordeal, especially considering even though all my classes are moving to online stuff now, um, we still have to wait for them to actually set up the classes. Uh, that way, we can actually start doing our stuff. I'd hardly call that having your hands tied. But if you're gonna go, at least be careful about it, and make sure you're washing your hands and shit, and maybe wear some fucking gloves just to be sure. I mean, maybe not the gloves, but at least like at least make sure you're cleaning up after yourself. All right. After I hated driving the Renault 5 Turbo on the uphill race, let's try driving it on our regular rally stage. Hopefully this will go at least a little better. But yeah, no. I really want to play Resident Evil 2 Remake. After playing Resident Evil 4, it's like, fuck, I want more of this. And Resident Evil 2 Remake looks to be an even better game. And I'm very excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake coming soon. And I'll be curious to see if, whatever they do after that.
2, 1, go. 200 through depth. Press.
Oh wait, I wasn't driving the Renault 5 Turbo earlier. I was doing the Peugeot 205. Never mind. I'm being silly.
Left 4 half long over press. 200. Middle over
I mean,
jump maybe.
I'd be surprised if they did like a Resident Evil 4 remake, just considering how
Left 5 half long over
modern Resident Evil 4 is. If I were to guess, if they were going to keep up with the whole remake thing, I'd expect to see either
40 past junction left 3.
a remake of the Resident Evil Outbreak series for the PS2, or
40.
I don't know, probably a remake of Code Veronica.
60 bump. And caution.
That's a game I need, by the way. Code Veronica for the Dreamcast,
6 over crest.
because
80.
I have a Dreamcast. It's probably like my most prized thing, in, as far as my like physical games collection goes.
Into right 5 long past junction.
Oh fuck! I was supposed to turn. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm chatting. But yeah, like I don't know. Dreamcast is neat, and I want more games for it. And Code Veronica is definitely one of them that I'm looking to get.
Left 5 over crest. Jump maybe.
I'm
80. Right 5 times.
I don't know that and like Blue Stinger. I also discovered that there was a
Left 6.
Resident Evil knockoff for the Ring that exists on the Dreamcast. There's a guy selling it on Kijiji right now for like $70, and like I think that price might be a little steep for what I'm looking to pay for it, but I definitely want it, because that's a game that I want for the novelty of it. Plus, like, there's another personal project thing that I'm hoping to get off the ground soon that focuses a lot on uh, licensed games and stuff based off of movies or comics and shit like that. And having more games for that project would be useful. But we'll see. See, I'm not actually doing half bad at this race. Bar that one crash earlier, which is like why I'm as far behind in the standings right now as I am. I'm not doing too bad at this one. And of course, as usual, I crash my fucking car the second I start talking about how stuff's going well. But yeah, I don't know. I just want more good Resident Evil games. I've been meaning to playing Outbreak. I picked it up at my local retro game store a while back, as well as a copy of Cold Fear, which, for those who don't remember, was a Ubisoft published Resident Evil knockoff set on a boat, but like way before Resident Evil Revelations. And yeah, it looks interesting. So I'm looking forward to also trying that. Because, yeah, no, just after playing Resident Evil 4, I've really been wanting to get into the Resident Evil franchise. You know, I've got a PSP Go loaded with a bunch of PS1 games. I think I mentioned that on a previous stream. And I do have the original trilogy on that. I've yet to play them. Mainly because it's just like, I don't know how I feel about, like, having those games on the PSP being my kind of first experience with them. But I don't know. I'm undecided. Fifth place. I can live with that. I've got a whole, 5 other races to catch up. But yeah, no, I don't know. Resident Evil franchise just seems kind of cool. Probably watch the movies as well at some point, because, like, I like garbage. I've mentioned it before. I'm the connoisseur of garbage when it comes to movies. Well, just media in general, really. But I know my regular spot has a steelbook that's like the complete collection of the movies, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want that shit in my collection. I just like owning steelbooks in general for movies. Especially considering how flimsy most Blu-ray cases feel. Having that extra durability is nice, to say the least. What was I saying? But yeah, no. I think Resident Evil 3 Remake is probably the game I'm most excited for right now. As far as upcoming releases go, and then, well, that and the upcoming Animal Crossing. I've never... Is it Animal Crossing? I don't care. Because I've never played an Animal Crossing game before. I played a little bit of that mobile game they came out with a while back. But that's pretty much it. But I've always been, I've always thought it looked neat. I just never had anything to play it on. Considering by the time New Leaf came out, I think it was New Leaf, I didn't have a 3DS anymore. Fuck, it had been years since I'd owned a 3DS at that point. I didn't even know about the series back when I had a DS, whenever that DS one came out. And same thing with the original GameCube release and the Wii release and stuff. So New Leaf, I guess, really was my introduction to the series, but I'd never played it. But like, I also think it looks really fun and cute and wholesome. And it just looks like something I'd enjoy, and the new Switch one looks really solid. So since I actually have a Switch, yeah, fuck it, I'll vibe with it. I'm DTF. And then yeah, and just Resident Evil 3 remake. I mean, I have always thought that the concept or the whole gimmick behind Resident Evil 3 Nemesis was really cool, where you've got this giant, not really killable, hulking monster chasing after you the whole time, and he can just show up whenever. And the best you can hope to do is slow him down or incapacitate him to actually run away. I always thought that was really neat. I always liked that concept. But, you know, like with Resident Evil 1 and 2, probably the thing that always kind of staved me off from actually playing it was just the tank controls and the fixed camera stuff. Tank controls I can live with, but the fixed camera stuff, it is unusual and something I'm not used to, and it always kind of scared me off a little bit. But now I'm a little more, I'm more open to give it a shot. But we're also getting that with the really solid third-person shooter aspects of Resi 2 remake, which I gotta say, holy crap! You know, I still hold that Max Payne 3 is my favorite third-person shooter of all time. The game is so fluid and responsive. I love it. But having seen Resident Evil 2 remake gameplay, it might have a run for its money. Like, it looks phenomenal. The actual responsiveness to the shooting and the movement and everything looks really solid. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that kind of gameplay. And yeah, Capcom's really been hitting it out of the park with like Resident Evil Revelations 2, Resident Evil 7 Remake 2, and hopefully they keep that trend going with Resident Evil 3 Remake. Because as a franchise, I think it deserves it. Resident Evil 5 and 6 were, I think, unfortunate. It's probably the best word I could use for it. And then like fucking Operation Raccoon City and that weird Umbrella Corp game, like the weird third-person shooter with the camera that I thought was cool the way it was set up, but apparently the game's fucking awful, which doesn't surprise me at all. Oh shit, second place. Damn. Sorry. But yeah, like, we've gotten a lot of bad Resident Evil games recently. Or semi-recently. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 was still a while back now at this point. You know, so I'm excited to see some good shit coming out of that franchise again. I think it'd be even cooler if we kind of saw some of the some of the Resi clones start making their way back into the limelight a bit. You know, it's been a while since we had a Dino Crisis game, and from what I hear, the last one wasn't even that good. So that'd be cool to see a new entry for. You know, and fucking like why not make a remake of Blue Stinger? Why not? Who cares at this point? The world's ending anyways. Let's fucking do it. You know, like I was surprised when I found out there was even an Evil Dead Resident Evil clone on the PS1. I came across this while looking for totally legal PS1 e-boots for my PSP Go. And yeah, I was just like, sure, why not? I mean, I guess if any franchise would make sense, Evil Dead does. At least more so than The Ring. And when I do say The Ring, I am in fact talking about the one with the girl that crawls out of the TV and shit. You know, like, I thought it was maybe unrelated when I first discovered it. No, it is a licensed tie-in game for the Ring franchise. That is a Resident Evil clone. It looks really weird, which is why I want it. You know, I don't know. I like weird media. I've said it more than once on this series of live streams, but You know, if something can't be good, I want it to at least be interesting. Because at least I get something out of that. You know? And eventually I might come to enjoy it. You know? I've come to appreciate weird media more and more just because I can often appreciate a lot of the creativity that goes into making something truly odd and unexpected. Um, and thus is how I became a bit of a Death Grips fan. But that one's dangerous because Death Grips records are expensive. Because I'm also a huge hipster, and I like to buy my music on vinyl as much as possible. Sometimes even on cassette. But yeah, no. So I wanna look into more weird games like that. I mean, part of what inspired that project I kind of hinted at earlier about the licensed games and stuff was just going through the NES titles at my local retro game store. I mean, like it is crazy how many licensed titles were on the system, and how many of them are really weird. My go-to pick is always the Predator a game for the NES. Unrecognizable from the film. Like unrecognizable. It's like it is naturally like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up thing, but like if you were to show me that game and you were ask me what it was, I wouldn't have thought of Predator. Like it's got a bunch of weird aliens that aren't the Predator in it. It's odd. I mean, look it up. But you know, or like the Universal Soldier game, based on the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. It is just a reskin of Turrican, I believe it was. Like, that's it. That's all it is. It was a pre-existing game that just got kind of a new sprite work done for it, and that's not uncommon. That's not, or at least it's not that uncommon for some of these old licensed titles that I've looked into. Some of my favorite ones are actually the Terminator games, namely Terminator 2, because it has a really good arcade game that I've played on the actual arcade cabinet for the Terminator 2 arcade game, and it is a lot of fun. And from what I understand, the Genesis port is pretty good, but there's also like a fucking Game Boy port of it. Game Boy licensed games are like one of the most interesting oddities I think I've ever come across. Like, just the fact that they try and just make these games in general it blows my mind. And Game Boy Color had some, but the Game Boy Color ones, I feel like there were a lot more cool licensed games for that. Like, I know there was an Alien game for the Game Boy Color that's like this really neat little top-down twin stick-ish shooter. I mean, it's not a twin stick shooter considering you get a D-pad A and B, start and select. Like, it's literally not a twin stick shooter, but you know what I mean. It's a neat little top-down thing. You know, like it's just it is interesting to see how developers are trying to cram the experiences of different movies, or sometimes just mobile versions of console games, like into tiny shitty little Game Boy games. And the Game Boy's a console I find kind of interesting in itself, at least in a nostalgic sense, because there are so few good games. Like, I'm sorry, but the Game Boy is not a good console. Like, I've played so few original Game Boy games that are just enjoyable games. Most of them are cute novelties, which right up my alley. Don't get me wrong. Um, but so few of them would I go out of my way just to play them because they are a good experience. Which is already which is something I think it was already getting remedied with the Game Boy Color. I mean, like you got some neat little stuff on there. I mean, you got shit like Metal Gear Solid, Ghost Babel. Like that shit's cool. That's a really neat top-down Metal Gear Solid game. You know, and you've got some good the Zelda games are fucking great on the Game Boy Color, as well as some of the Game Boy or some of the Zelda clones. Shit like surprisingly the Daikatana mobile Game Boy Color game, whatever. Like some decent shit. The the V Rally game for Game Boy Color I like. You know, but I also just have like a weird fetish for outrun style retro racers. You know, like I really want to get myself a copy of Rad Racer 1 and 2 for the NES. Like, oh, that shit's just cool. You know, there's a Colin McRae rally game on the Game Boy Color as well, which looks neat. I've not played it. I haven't seen that much about it. But it looks like that one Genesis and SNES racing game. I think it's called like Power Drive or something. But it's like a cool little isometric rally game. Looks neat. You know? But like the Game Boy, like the original Game Boy has some novelties for it, but sorry. Drove into the crowd there. I don't find that it's got a lot of games that just look like genuine good games, which sucks. Because I'm very interested in the console, especially from the angle of like my little personal project on fucking licensed titles, because the Game Boy has a lot of those, which I mean doesn't surprise me at all considering the kind of audience it had. You know, but I don't know. And that's not to say that the Game Boy doesn't have good games. But even its good games, like, I would much rather go somewhere else to play them. You know. And I gotta say, this is coming from someone who doesn't enjoy Pokemon. Oh, fuck. I had my phase with Pokemon growing up, but I've not been able to get back into it since. And I think part of it is just because I don't really enjoy turn-based systems in games a whole lot. At least in stuff outside of like more RTS or strategy-based games, but like, you know, shit like RPGs and Pokemon and stuff like I don't know. It just ain't really my thing most of the time. You know, because like I enjoyed a bit of Pokemon as a kid, but I was a lot more of a like. I mean, if we're talking about like the franchise outside of video games, like there's a lot more to Beyblades and shit. And as far as video games go, like, man, I don't know. Surprisingly enough, well before I was into racing games or cars and driving and stuff, I realize now in retrospect that I was playing a lot of racing games as a kid. You know, like one of my most played games as a kid would be Burnout Dominator for the PS2. I played a shit ton of that. You know, and on my DS, I played a lot of Mario Kart. Like, a lot of Mario Kart. You know, I guess as a kid, I also really liked Sonic games. Fun fact, my first PlayStation 2 game was Shadow the Hedgehog. And I got this before I owned a PS2. I got my parents to get it for me so that I could play it at my friend's house because he had a PS2. And I was really big into Sonic X as a kid. And I thought Shadow the Hedgehog was so cool. I'm really glad I turned out as well as I did considering that. because Sonic-based childhoods can be a bit of a death trap, as we've seen on the internet. I actually still have my original copy of Shadow the Hedgehog. And then that Christmas, I got a PlayStation 2, and my parents had gotten me a copy of the Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which unfortunately I don't have my original copy of anymore. But if I ever do see it again for PS2 at my local shop, I'm definitely gonna pick it up, just because I've got a lot of memories with it. It was, it was my introduction to the classic Sonic games, and though I would like to get my hands on a Genesis and just have the actual versions of those games, so I don't have to worry about any sort of input delay and stuff, because I know that still, it's emulation, so it's not a perfectly accurate experience for those games, even on the Mega Collection Plus. But for the sake of memory and stuff, like, I'd like to get my hands on a copy again. Yeah, and I played a lot of that Sega Mega Collection Plus, but I never got very far in any of the games. As I am right now, I was not good at video games as a kid. Some things never change, but yeah, I remember playing a lot of. I think Sonic 2 was the one I played the most of from that collection. But even then, I never got that far. And then I also had like Sonic Advance 3, which I really liked as a kid. But probably the Sonic game I enjoyed the most was Sonic Rush for the DS. That was probably the one I played the most as well. Other than like the Sonic Heroes demo on PC. I don't know how I got my hands on that, but I played it so much. And I've only ever played the demo for Sonic Heroes. I've actually been interested in picking it up for the PS2 or something, just so I can actually finally figure out what the hell it is, if it's any decent or not. I've heard that it's probably one of the better 3D Sonic titles. Not that that's saying a whole lot, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to find out for myself at some point. My only real experience with 3D Sonic is Shadow the Hedgehog. I played Sonic Adventure Director's Cut at a couple friends' houses before, but yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog and the Sonic Heroes demo. Those are the 3D Sonic games I played. I played a lot of Shadow the Hedgehog, let me tell you. I loved it as a kid. I will say, the main theme is still a bit of a guilty pleasure to me. Can't believe Crush 40 did all that shit for Sonic. Oh my god. I should really pick up that Sonic Mania title that came out a couple years ago. That looked really cool. But yeah, all this talk of Sonic, I also haven't seen the Sonic movie. And I don't know that I will until it comes out physically. I don't know. I don't think I'm actually going to go out of my way to go see that shit in theaters. It doesn't look like... I don't know. It looks fine. I've heard it's pretty decent, but it just doesn't look like something for me. I don't enjoy many kids films. I don't enjoy many comedy films, and it is a comedy film for children. So it's not exactly up to my taste, I guess. I hate saying that. That sounds so snobby, but you know what I mean. It ain't my shtick. Oh boy, yeah, that car's looking real good. But yeah, so I don't know. That's probably like the franchise I loved growing up. And then eventually, like, I moved on to different stuff like Star Wars, and Star Wars was actually one that I held on to for a long time. Actually, fuck that. Sonic was not the biggest franchise of my childhood. Transformers was. I fucking loved Transformers for pretty much my whole life. I still kind of do. Like, I don't know. I just thought they were fucking cool. You got a car or a jet, you got a robot action figure. What's not to love? I was hyped for the first Michael Bay movie as like a little fucking kid, like for like a whole year or two leading up to the movie. I was like, Mom, when's the Transformers coming? And then my mom would probably just tell me to shut up. Probably not. No. My mom's a sweet lady. She wouldn't tell me to shut up. But I'm sure I was probably very annoying as a kid trying to bug them and figure out when the hell Transformers was coming out. And in retrospect, how unfortunate that was, because like they're not good movies. That being said, I will say I did enjoy Bumblebee as like a lifelong lover of Transformers. There was a lot there for me. You know, even if I'm not like super into the franchise anymore, you know, a lot of that knowledge is still. Oh my god. A lot of that knowledge is still buried into the deep fucking crevices of my brain. So there was a lot of just little winks and nods throughout that movie that I really liked and appreciated. And probably made me enjoy the movie more than I should have. Even on my Letterboxd account, I do have it listed as a guilty pleasure, because I also like know that a lot of, you know, there is a very heavy bias as far as me liking that film goes. But even outside of that, I think it's easily the best Transformers movie, like the best live-action Transformers movie so far. I don't think anything will ever beat the animated movie from the 80s. And that's not just because I rented it countless times on Blockbusters as a kid. Like, I just think it's a surprisingly good movie on its own rights. Just because, like, fuck, it's the 80s Transformers movie. It's like if the 80s cartoon was actually good. Which, I'm sorry, G1ers, but it's not. I bought the DVD box set. I watched through a bunch of it. It's charming, it's cute, and it's bad. But, I mean, admittedly, I'm pretty sure all the Transformers cartoons are not good. I mean, they're made for kids very much, and the original one especially is just a fucking toy commercial. But I thought the movie does a decent job of moving away from just being a toy commercial, and plus just the knowledge that a bunch of kids were crying because Optimus Prime dies makes me happy. Because I don't like kids. I don't think I cried as a kid, but I remember being shocked. Plus, there's just some genuinely cool stuff in that movie. Just the line, "I thought you were made of sterner stuff," feels like, oh, that's cool. That's way more badass than what anything should be in a Transformers movie, let alone one from the 80s. But yeah, good fun movie, and you should watch it. Yeah, I don't know. So I retract my statement about just fucking Sonic being my big childhood franchise. It was definitely Transformers, because, like, fuck, I liked that shit when I was 2 years old, all the way up to, like, I mean, as far as being, like, genuinely really into it, like, holy fuck, I think even at the age of, like, 16 or 17, like, I still really liked it. You know, like, I've got a couple kind of more modern Transformers that I keep up on top of my CRT TV setup. Just because, like, fuck it, the new shit coming out is cool. Like, I get a lot of Transformers stuff recommended to me on Instagram, probably because they're probing my mind and my asshole. And, like, I don't know, I get to see what the new toys coming out are, and, like, man, I wish I had that shit as a kid. Are you kidding me? Some of the shit coming out is awesome. Woo, $70,000. Yeah, like, I think for me, the coolest Transformers toy I think I had as a kid. And I hesitate to call this a toy. It's not even really a toy. It's a collector's item. Was the frickin' Masterpiece '01 like Optimus Prime release, but like the Hasbro one, not the Takratomi version. Which, God, if only. But like I used to just have this thing set up at my like living room TV, just because like it's fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's just that's a fun little trip down memory lane for me. Let's drive this cool Beamer boy. Simpson. I want that color. But yeah. No, yeah, definitely Transformers then was my biggest franchise growing up. Man, that was some good shit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't think I know very many other movies I liked as a kid that I still hold dear to my heart. For a huge hipster who likes old stuff, I'm not all that nostalgic for stuff from my own childhood. Like, I don't know. I still think Beyblades were cool. Man, I love that shit growing up. When I was in like grade 6, they were all the rage at school, so like everyone had them. And those were good times. And like what else? Fucking, I don't know. I guess Adventure Time is old enough that I can count it as part of that. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I don't know. Like those are really like. There's not that much from my childhood that I would say it was good. That sounds really bad. I don't mean it like that. I mean it just in the sense that like a lot of the media I took in as a kid and enjoyed. I don't really like at all, and I don't view a lot of it with nostalgia goggles. I mean, fuck, when it came to music, I was listening to, like, exclusively Linkin Park and 3 Days Grace. And, like, 3 Days Grace, I'll hold that they've got some decent tracks from when I was a kid. I don't really enjoy a whole lot by, like from Linkin Park. No hate to those who do. I know a handful of people who are still, like, into the band's earlier stuff, but nah, I'm good, homie. And then like what? When I was like, and when I was when I was a kid, I like that. I meant like I was like 7 or 8. You know, like when I was like 10, 11, 12, it was dubstep. Everything was dubstep. I used to love Skrillex. Oh yeah. Which sucks because Skrillex is not good. There are like maybe like 2 songs that I've gone back to listen to of his that are like listenable and that have not aged like hot garbage. But like I so much of the stuff I used to like as a kid is just not good at all, especially when it comes to music. Like, there's a song called Asphyxiation by Autoerotic. I made my friends listen to it like a week ago, and oh boy, they looked like they were ready to die. Oh, fuck. Hi, Tiva. Don't mind me rambling. I'm like, what else did I like as a kid? I mean, like, I liked shit like Tsunami. Tsunami's held up okay. It's not too bad. Dylan Francis is okay. It's not great. I'm not doing good in this car. But you know, like just a lot of the music I like this game. Oh, and let's not forget the great hit Gangnam Style. I'm gonna pause the game because I'm interested in what Tiva's saying. I had a dream where I was at a restaurant with my dad and he asked the waiter to take a vase and fill it with yogurt for him. Then me and him ate the yogurt from the vase. Just thought I'd share. That's really cool, Tiva. I think after I'm done streaming, I'm gonna just eat one of my massive cups of yogurt I have in the fridge. That reminds me. So, I will usually buy yogurt as part of my groceries, but I won't buy like a cup of yogurt or like those multi-packs. My grocery store, you can just buy like a giant bag of yogurt. Like it's a, I don't know if you remember as a kid, you could get those little bags of like applesauce. But like it's like one of those, but like massive. It'd be like the 2 liter equivalent. I don't know, like I don't remember off the top of my head how much yogurt there is in there, but it's a lot. So like, I live alone, and you know because of that, I was like, who the fuck's gonna stop me from drinking milk from the carton? So if I'm hungry, what I would sometimes do is I'll just grab the bag of yogurt, unscrew the little, shake it, unscrew the little thing, and just like I don't even know if it's considered eating yogurt, drinking yogurt, something. I would just eat the yogurt straight from the bag thing. I'm a filthy fucking animal and no one's here to stop me. I went on a little tangent to my friends the other day about like how like I can't tell you how tempting it can be sometimes to do something as ridiculous as like eat food while taking a shit. Because, like, who's going to stop me? Who's going to judge me? But then I also recognize that that's, like, horrible and disgusting, so I don't do it. But, you know, it's one of those dark thoughts. The classic yogurt chugger technique, honestly. But yeah, no, so it's like, I think that's the one thing stopping me from just turning into a savage ape animal, is not letting myself eat food while taking a dump. Because honestly, I think once I hit that point, there's no stopping me. Oh boy. Well, that went well. You know, it's like those like shitty Batman comics where they're like, if I kill the man, I won't be able to stop myself ever again. And it's like, that's stupid. Eating food while shitting is just pure efficiency. You're not entirely wrong, Tiva. But I think I'd rob myself of my own fucking humanity if I did that. And I'm not entirely ready to do that yet. Oh man, my whole body is just cracking left and right. Y'all, I'm gonna fucking eat an Oreo while this loads. Oh fuck, it's done loading. Never mind. Alright. Let's hope that I get an actual decent run out of this. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I should know better than to just hope for good things. Every time I have tried to be even remotely positive during this stream about what I'm doing in-game, I've crashed the car. So I'm just not gonna fucking talk about the game, I guess. God. But yeah. Chugging yogurt from the bag. You do what you do to get by in life. Though I was upset because when I went to do groceries post-pandemic, uh,
Into hairpin right.
there weren't none of my fucking yogurt bags left, so I had to buy just like a big old cup of yogurt instead. Uh, which I don't like. It's a little harder to just
Half long.
comfort food eat a tub of yogurt instead of a yogurt bag.
100.
Plus, the great thing about the yogurt bag is that it doesn't create any dishes if you're, if you're an animal like me and you just
Hairpin right.
start sucking the milk right, or not the milk, the fucking, oh god, just sucking the yogurt right out of the bag.
Right 4 times 3, don't cut.
Yeah, it's a really good thing that I don't think anyone's watching the stream right now or listening, because, well, I guess whoever's gonna watch this after the fact is going to be mortified by my yogurt bag adventures.
Right 5 long past junction.
But that's okay. I'm only human. I hope.
Left 5. And right 5 through dip. 40. Dip 100. Caution braking, turn Q right, don't cut. Into turn square left, long.
That didn't go as planned.
100.
This car is not really steering right now. But I don't think it's gone that much down the shitter.
60. Caution left 5 bump, don't cut, be brave. 60 crest.
I think the co-driver just said, "Don't cut, be brave."
60 keep right.
I'll do it for him, folks.
Left 6 don't cut.
I'm a
80
brave boy.
crest. Caution right 3 don't cut, keep in rocks outside. 100 through dip. Past junction.
Oh, there goes my door.
60.
This is,
Left 6.
this isn't going very well.
80 past laybys. Caution turn right 2 don't cut. Immediate left 1 don't cut. 170. Right 5 long don't cut.
You know what I always thought was weird, just speaking of driving without a door?
Don't
I
cut.
always, thought it was very uncomfortable to watch,
Past junction.
those UPS drivers drive with their trucks, but, when they've got the door open.
Left 4 long.
I know I'm describing this horribly, but yeah,
Right 6
the
tries.
UPS trucks where they just have the door open while they're driving in the neighborhood, God, I don't know that I'd be super comfortable having to do that.
Don't cut. Keep mid past junction.
I think I'd be
outside.
slightly unnerved whenever there'd be, a car coming, oncoming, but, kind of close. There are sometimes cars that drive by me fast enough that, I feel the air pressure from their car driving by me fucking jostle my car a little bit. I can't imagine how uncomfortable that would be, if my fucking door was open. So, that's my little tidbit on that. I am actually going to stuff my face with an Oreo this time, though. Mm.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 200 past junction. Right 5. Into left 5 don't cut. Past
Hope you
junction.
guys enjoyed that little ASMR.
100.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should
Crest.
make my channel into a fucking
Into
ASMR
right
channel.
6 over crest. Past
I bet that would
junction.
go over really well with people.
80. Turn left 1 don't cut. 80. Turn left 1 don't cut. 80. Left 6 over crest, keep in. 150 through dip. And crest past junction. Care jump maybe past junction. 80. Past junction.
Yeah, once this event's done, I'm probably going to end the stream.
100.
It'll still give us a good time.
Crest.
We're already at
Caution
quarter
brake,
to 2
turn
hours going now.
Don't cut. Into turn right 1 don't cut. Past junction.
Jesus.
80.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not particularly good at this game,
Past junction 80.
but I do enjoy it.
6.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a dilemma.
Right 4 past junction 80. Left 5. 100 past
Yeah,
junctions.
going forward, I can probably see myself playing a bit more Dirt 4 than Dirt Rally.
3, don't cut past junction. Double caution dip, right 5. Immediate hairpin left round bales. Keep in, rocks on exit.
Ah, that's not what I meant to do.
200. Crest jump maybe 80.
Oh boy.
Bump junction.
But yeah,
6
fuck.
long bump and crest.
Like I said early in, like, near the beginning of the stream,
Left 3. Right 6.
the hard part right now is just keeping myself, like, entertained, I guess, as I'm stuck at home.
Caution right
Because,
5.
like I said, there's not a whole lot to do around
As
here.
turn right 4, don't cut. Into turn square left, don't cut. Keep in, rocks on exit. 250
Fuck.
crest.
Rocks. Oh, am I missing both my doors now? I am.
Crest, immediate left 5, don't cut.
This is really good. This is really good. Really, really.
Down.
Jesus, this is really good, folks.
Turn right 4 through dip, don't cut, narrows. 80 crest.
There we go. That didn't go too bad. I also like that I can barely see anything above the hood of my car right now.
Caution braking, turn square right, deceptive. 40 past junction.
Ah, thanks, car, for readjusting to my fucking e-brake turn. That was cool.
Turn left 1 long, cut. 60. Right 5 long, 100 through dip.
Yeah, the co-driver sounds so disappointed to say that the fucking finish is there, but I can't blame him. Jeez. Well, alright, folks. I think, I think that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you to whoever joined. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on. And like always, stay safe. And I will see you whenever I do one of these again. Have a good one. Bye.